Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Welcome in, hour number 2, a Tuesday edition of Off the Bench. Taylor Sharp, Alondra Villarreal, Braxton Rizzuto, all hanging out with you here this morning. But busy hour number 1, talking a lot of baseball. Me and Alondra kind of broke down Hunt's 5 bold predictions for the LSU baseball season, how they hold up after the first weekend. And we took a look back at the action last night on the diamond as LSU takes down the Kent State Golden Flashes by a score of 10-7. Right now, I want to pivot a little bit just for one segment to LSU football because LSU Tigers on SI put out an article of Catholic High running back Jaden Miles leaning towards the LSU Tigers. Now, shouldn't come as a huge surprise. LSU does really well with Catholic High, and Jaden Miles, number 1 running back in the state of Louisiana. So it may not come to a surprise to you that, you know, LSU's on his radar. He's on LSU's radar. He's right down the road. He's 6'2". He's 200 pounds. He has offers from every SEC school you can think of. I mean, Auburn, Oklahoma, Alabama, and even some teams in Texas, Houston Cougars, Texas Tech Red Raiders. I mean, you know, he's looking at a lot of different schools. Well, last Friday, Sam Spiegelman of Rivals officially put in his prediction for the LSU Tigers. Now, look, I get it. It's a little bit down the road. Things can change, but this makes a lot of sense. And it's because of Lane Kiffin. Look at some of the running backs under Lane Kiffin and how they performed. I mean, 2015, when Lane Kiffin was the offensive coordinator at Alabama, Derrick Henry, 395 carries, 219 yards, 28 touchdowns. And, oh, yeah, Derrick Henry took home the Heisman Trophy that season. Even after, and, you know, 2016, they had a good year, but it was a mixture of guys. You had Jalen Hurts at quarterback. You had Josh Jacobs, Damian Harris, a lot of those guys. So not all of them had eye-popping numbers, but Alabama still ran the ball really effectively back in 2016. It was just 3 or 4 different guys and not one monster like you saw at Derrick Henry running for over 2,000 yards. Lane Kiffin gets the call up to Florida Atlantic to be their head coach. In 2017 and 2018, he had Devin Singletary as his starting running back, who's been a really good player in the NFL. You know, I mean, he's never been at an all-pro level, but just a solid professional running back is Devin Singletary. His first year at Florida Atlantic, without Lane Kiffin, he had 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. Really good. Really good numbers. But when Lane Kiffin got there in 2017, 301 carries, 1,900 yards rushing, and 32 touchdowns. He also added another 200 receiving. Followed it up the next year, 2018, 1,300 yards rushing, 22 touchdowns. Lane Kiffin loves to run the football. I mean, I just gave you multiple examples, but it goes beyond that. Look at Quinshon Judkins at Ole Miss. I mean, you saw what Quinshon did his rookie year with the Browns. He was really, really good. He finished with about 800 yards rushing. He missed a couple games. You look at Quinshon Judkins at Ole Miss, 2022, 1,500 yards rushing, 16 touchdowns, average 5.7 yards per carry. And he did it again the next year. 1,100 yards, 1,158, 15 touchdowns. And again, hovering around 200 yards receiving both of those years. Lane Kiffin loves to run the football. Look at some of the offenses that he'd struggled in, and some of the whenever he lost the big game at Ole Miss, he would always go to the podium, and Jake mentions it here all the time because Jake talked to him at SEC spring meetings going into this past year. He said, we lost to LSU in Death Valley 2 years ago because we couldn't run the football, and in the fourth quarter, we kept having to throw it. A lot of people look at the Lane Kiffin offense and think, oh, it's a spread attack, it's up-tempo. Lane Kiffin's going to throw the ball 45, 50 times a game. But that's just not the case. That's never been Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin has always prided himself on his offense and his team's ability to run the football. Look at Kawan Lacey just last season. Kawan Lacey, 306 carries, 167 yards, 24 touchdowns, and he caught a heck of a lot of balls coming out of the backfield as well. When Lane Kiffin has a stud running back, he uses them. It's the workhorse. I mean, he had 300 carries. Devin Singletary had 300 carries his first year under Lane Kiffin. Derrick Henry had almost 400 carries in 2015, 395. There's a lot to like if you're a running back about the Lane Kiffin offense. It's, in my opinion, a big reason why you were able to get Harlem Berry and Caden Durham back. Remember, Caden Durham entered the transfer portal, and there were a lot of people that said, Kiffin's going to bring in Kawan Lacey, and you're going to lose Harlem Berry, you're going to lose Caden Durham. Now, you lost Caleb Jackson, but Caleb Jackson was kind of your fourth runner this year because Berry emerged. You knew Caden Durham was at least going to be the number one guy to start the season because of how he finished his freshman year. And then Jawan Johnson stepped up in fall camp. So, yes, you lost Caleb Jackson, but Caleb Jackson was your number 4 anyways. It didn't matter quite as much. You were able to get Harlem Berry and Caden Durham back because Lane Kiffin is now your head coach and what he is able to do running the football. I mean, when I look at Harlem Berry, 491 last year on the ground, really came on strong in the back half of the year. The sky is the limit for Harlem Berry in this offense because I fully expect him to be RB1 at least going into game 1 against Clemson. Caden Durham's going to have a role. We talk about it a lot on this show. These running backs are so talented that behind this poor offensive line with poor coaching, an awful running scheme where you basically ran an RPO every play and the lineman could not get to the second level, Caden Durham and Harlem Berry both each ran for over 4 yards per carry last year. At one point in the season, Caden Durham had 5 yards per carry until about the halfway point. But they both still got over 4 yards per carry. It's because of Lane Kiffin. Mix in a running back like Sam Levitt, who, if fully healthy, he showed his ability to run the football. I mean, a lot of people forget how athletic Sam Levitt is because, yes, he was hurt last year. I get that. He played in 4 games for the Sun Devils, but when Sam Levitt's fully healthy, he can run the ball as well. I mean, look at what he did 2 years ago when he was at Arizona State. Played in 13 games. 443 yards rushing, 5 rushing touchdowns, 4 yards per carry. Even last year in 7 games, 300 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns, 4.2 a carry. You mix Sam Levitt with Caden Durham and Harlem Berry, and this offense is going to be built around throwing the football. I know LSU signed 1 billion receivers in the transfer portal. We talked about the 3 talented freshmen yesterday that you have coming in. But make no mistake about it, this offense's identity is going to be running the football. And I'm not saying they're going to get Jaden Miles out of Catholic High. Jaden Miles has a lot of options. He's going to go where he thinks best fits him. But really, any running back that steps foot in this offense, I believe is going to have success because you have the best offensive mind in college football. I truly believe that. And then with Charlie Weiss Jr. calling the plays, there's so much familiarity between him and Lane Kiffin. Any running back would be hard-pressed to find a better situation than the one LSU is going to provide for them. And that's why, even with Harlem Berry, even with Caden Durham, you added 3 running backs in the transfer portal. Now, they look like depth pieces, but I mean, Dylan Jones from Wisconsin, he put up solid numbers last year. He began the season for Wisconsin as the starting running back. Now, he ultimately got passed up, but he was a guy that played in big-time games for him. He came here knowing that you had 2 returning running backs. Guys like Jaden Miles are going to do the same thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be Jaden Miles, but, I mean, when you look at this offense, again, like what Lane Kiffin has done throughout the years, Derrick Henry wins the Heisman Trophy. Devin Singletary, back-to-back 1,200-yard-plus seasons. He's still playing in the NFL. Quinshon Judkins, elite college career. Yes, he transferred to Ohio State to win a national championship. Got drafted in the 2nd round, but if Quinshon Judkins doesn't get hurt last year, who knows? Maybe he's holding up that Rookie of the Year trophy and not Teteroa McMillan. And then we know about Kawan Lacey. Everybody in the country wanted Kawan Lacey if he was going to enter the portal, and Ole Miss probably had to pay a pretty penny to keep him in Oxford. there's a pattern there. There's one constant. Derrick Henry, 6'3", 240. Devin Singletary, a little bit on the smaller side. Kawan Lacey, known as more of a receiving back before he got to Ole Miss. Judkins, the downhill runner. All of these guys had kind of different skill sets, but all of them succeeded in the Lane Kiffin offense. Whether it's Jaden Miles, whether it's another top running back. Sam Spiegelman logged his pick for LSU to get Jaden Miles. It makes a lot of sense. I think you're going to see LSU continue to get these top-tier running backs. Everyone wanted to talk about the quarterback position with Lane Kiffin. I don't have to worry about the quarterback position. Lane Kiffin's going to land a top quarterback, and you're probably right because he has a quarterback-friendly system. But running back as well. He uses them a lot. They're all effective in his offense. And you can see going down the list of guys, Henry, Singletary, Judkins, Kawan Lacey, it works for a lot of different types of running backs. You're not always going to have a guy that's a perfect fit for your scheme. Recruiting's fickle like that. You could be targeting a guy and he could flip somewhere else last minute. You got to bring in a guy. Lane Kiffin is an innovative enough offensive mind to overcome that. So I think whether it's Miles, whether it's other top running backs, you're going to see a lot of this in the future as far as LSU being in the running for some of these top running backs throughout high school football. All right, we're going to take a timeout. When we get back, get your questions in the YouTube chat. We got OTB Mailbag coming up. We do it every Tuesday around this time. We'll have that next here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to Bally's, Baton Rouge Casino and Hotel, the brand new star of downtown Baton Rouge. It is brand new. And sure, like the outside of the building somewhat might be the same, but that's the only thing that is the same. When you walk in, you'll be blown away. They have got Vegas-style gaming all over the place. Right when you walk in on the casino floor, they've got new slot machines. They have got a brand new DraftKings Sportsbook with an incredible bar that butts up to this biggest TV I think you've ever seen in your life. They've got a brand new hotel. Every room got an upgrade. Everything got an upgrade. Go check it out. Bally's Baton Rouge Casino and Hotel.
That's right. It is Friday. It is the weekend. Friday. If you're looking for something to do, if you're in Baton Rouge, the Baton Rouge area, looking for something to do with your friends, with your spouse, whatever it is, a little date night, go to Bally's of Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge, you got an upgrade, 25,000 square foot gaming facility, beautiful hotel and restaurants right there. Bally's of Baton Rouge.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, go to rouses.com, go see our friends, and, which location do you go see them at? Well, you got to find out. You got to go to the website and see which one is nearest you. And then once you find that out, we always talk about it, man. They've got incredible deals going on at your local store, and you're going to be able to see them in that weekly ad right there on the homepage. Now, we always encourage you, go walk in. You'll be blown away right when you walk in. All the things that make Rouse's great. You're going to be welcomed by king cakes and all these things that are so Louisiana, right? And they are so local. They're going to have their own stuff there. But when we say Louisiana, they're in more than just Louisiana. Across the Gulf Coast. We just went to one in Mobile, Alabama a couple of weeks ago when we were down there for the Senior Bowl. So, again, find that location nearest you. How do you do that? You go to rouses.com.
Yeah, Rouses.com. Get ready for the tailgating weekend, baby. Do it local. A local grocery store. Go check out your nearest local Rouses.
All right, welcome back in. Tuesday edition of OTB. Taylor Sharper with you, Alondra Villarreal, Braxton Rizzuto as well. Okay, we do it every Tuesday around this time. Let's get into a little OTB mailbag.
Special delivery! I have this special delivery for Off the Bench. And look, it is marked most urgent.
We'll be writing to you.
The internet.
What the is the internet?
All right, hashtag mailbag. So this first one's actually going to be for Alondra because I am not Catholic. Braxton, if you're Catholic, feel free to jump in as well. Are you giving up anything for the Lenten season?
So
it ain't going to be Dr. Pepper. We know that.
Dr. Pepper was hard, but what I'm thinking about giving up is even harder, and it would include Dr. Pepper. but I don't know if I can do it.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Thinking about giving up caffeine.
Like altogether.
Yeah. I know. This
Well,
is someone that drinks a quad espresso every
Right.
single morning. It's going to be hard.
It's
I basically can only drink water.
Yeah, I think there's some root beers that don't have caffeine.
Okay, I didn't know
I
that.
think that's right. The Sprite.
So-
What about Sprite?
I don't think
Okay,
that
well
has
then
caffeine.
you can have Sprite then. That's
I
a
don't
big.
know.
That's a big.
I don't know if
one.
I can do it. Like, I just don't want to set myself up for failure. But I also feel like, if Jesus sacrificed his life for me, I can sacrifice some caffeine for 40 days.
This is one of the moments every year where I realize I'm not tough enough to be Catholic. I'm not.
That's why
I'm not.
there's other.
I know. I told my mom, I'm like, hey,
That's funny.
for this reason, thank you, because I couldn't do it. I would fail every year. It's the same reason why I never set a New Year's Eve resolution or New
Yeah.
Year's resolution, because in 2 weeks I'm going to be done. I'm not going to do it. I'm weak when it comes to stuff like that. I'm not going to be able to follow through. But
I did the no Dr. Pepper last year, and that was hard.
guys, she would come in some mornings with like a
itching.
junky itch.
Yeah.
She'd be like, y'all got any more of them Dr. Peppers?
And then the last one that I had before Lent was a regular one, because y'all know I drink the zeros.
Right.
But I had a regular one before.
I mean, you got to go all out.
And then whenever I got one after Lent was over, it was a regular one in a can.
The cans are the best.
Yeah.
The canned, there is
It was
nothing better.
Ice cold canned Dr. Pepper, and it was the best Dr. Pepper I'd ever had.
By the way, I was looking for you the other day. I showed Hunt. I tried the first floor kitchen vending machine.
Yeah.
Ice cold.
Really?
Ice cold. Tried it last week.
They used to be hot all
I
the
know.
time.
I needed a Dr. Pepper last week, and I was like, oh, if it's hot, I'll just put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Took it up. Ice cold.
I also thought about doing alcohol, which is more doable, surprisingly more doable than the caffeine to me,
Okay.
is like giving up alcohol. But I'm going to New York next weekend.
Yeah, and if
And
you go
all
somewhere
we
fancy,
do when we go to New York is go drink. So
right, and like if you go somewhere fancy, like you almost have to order wine.
Right.
So yeah,
I'm
that'd be
gonna drink some champagne.
hashtag OTB Mailbag. How can the Lady Tigers softball team be fixed? Easy answer: get hits and score runs. We talked about it yesterday. Sierra Daniel, Jayla Lassiter, Tori Edwards, they're doing their part. Everybody else needs to step up as well. Hashtag Mailbag. How is the baby room coming along? Thank you for asking, Daniel Basham. Slowly but surely. So we kind of use that closet in our back bedroom. So we live in a 3 and 2. We just got that. Even though we didn't have any kids, we're like, look, we can have this house for the next however many years we want. Like, let's just do it now instead of, buying one. Like, closing on a house, it's not the funnest thing in the world. So we were like, let's just go ahead and do it one time. If, we happen to have 3 or 4 kids down the road, then we'll pack up and move. But for the time being, it works. So we were kind of using that back bedroom as storage. So like a lot of my winter coats, a lot of her winter coats were in that back closet. She did a closet clean out of her stuff Wednesday, and Friday I did mine. So that's done. Really all I got to do is get the full-size bed mattress out of there. We got to wrap it, put it up in the attic. That's pretty much it. And then start the process of painting. I think Victoria said she wants to go with a light yellow because it could be boy or girl in case we have a girl somewhere down the road. And it could fit with an LSU theme if we want to do that. So we're thinking something along the lines of that. But baby room coming along. All right, Daniel Basham with another good one. This almost made me cry yesterday. I don't want this. But Alondra,
monkey?
OTB Mailbag, can Alondra give an update on Punch?
So I actually have a really good update on Punch.
Is this positive?
This is a positive update on Punch because Punch was honestly, I'm not much like an emotional person.
That was sad yesterday.
Punch was making me highly emotional. Like I almost wanted to cry over this little tiny monkey, and I really want to adopt him, but it looks like he's making some friends in the troop now.
Okay. That's
and
good.
one of the older females did start grooming him. That sounds wrong, but like grooming is different
No,
in monkey
I know what
terms
you- I know
than
what
it
you
is
mean.
in like, but yeah, he was getting groomed and he also like she hugged him. So he's starting to make some friends in the troop. Shout out
that's
to Punch.
a positive, right? Like, okay.
Yeah,
We like it. We like Punch.
we love it. Punch is a really cute name for him too, and he's so tiny. He just carries that big old stuffed animal around that's way too big for him.
Oh, it's bigger than him?
Oh, it's bigger than him, yeah.
Oh, man.
Ooh, so he's like a tiny.
See if you can find a picture.
Yeah,
of
I
him.
haven't seen a picture of Punch at all.
Look on Twitter
I have not seen a picture of Punch.
and just type in Punch the Monkey on Twitter, and I'm sure you'll find one immediately.
Somebody here says, Taylor, you don't have to be Catholic to give up something for Lent.
True.
I know that. I'm using it as an excuse not to. That's where we're at, guys. I'm like, not Catholic. Guess I can't do it.
Right.
Guess I can't do it. I wanted to, but can't make it happen. Guys, I can't give up anything. Like, because you know.
Taylor doesn't have willpower.
Right. Yeah, basically. Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
We'll take it. Yeah. Take it on the chin. Then that's me. Because I know whether it's Victoria, whether I let the OTB crew pick, whether I let the chat pick, they're going to say, Taylor, you got to give up energy drinks. And guys, that ain't happening. It ain't happening. I mean, what else am I going to give up? That's the obvious answer. And it's not happening. I mean, look, we got the energy drink down here today.
That's the good one.
That's the good. This is the sugar-free
berry
one. Yeah.
vanilla. Yeah.
You said you couldn't find
I
sugar-free
couldn't find the
yesterday. This
sugar-free.
one,
That's him. Pull him
Yeah.
up.
they restocked it, but all right, what's Punch look like?
Oh my gosh, this kills
Hold
me.
on.
We got an update of this guy.
Do you help? Oh my gosh. Look at this, Taylor. You're going to die.
It's so little.
Oh, so he's the gray one.
Yeah.
And okay, so the stuffed animal's the
orange.
The orange. He's the gray.
He's
Okay.
so little. He's way
God,
smaller than the stuffed monkey.
Gosh, he's tiny. I mean, that's smaller than I thought it was going to be. Look at the feet.
I didn't. Yeah.
Wait,
All right.
scroll, because there's more in there.
Hit the arrow.
Hit the arrow button. Oh,
Oh
my
my
gosh.
All right, well, I officially love Punch.
We all love Punch. Look at that. Oh my
Okay.
gosh, I cannot. If you're listening on radio, go look up Punch the Monkey. He is the cutest little thing. But
Punch
it
is
also might
incredible.
make you sad. But don't be too sad because he has friends now. Oh
That's
my
cool.
god, I can't.
We gotta name this stuffed animal now.
I don't know what the stuffed animal's name is, but his name is Punch.
Fruit.
And I love it. Oh, like Fruit Punch?
Fruit Punch.
That's actually cute.
Okay.
We like that. Avo in the chat says, Taylor, you're going to make your kids sleep in a closet? No. Okay, we're cleaning out the closet.
That's how
in
it
the
sounded.
It did. I know. I worded that very poorly. We're cleaning out the closet in the back bedroom. We want to get everything out of there and just work on the baby room all at once. By the way, anybody, I mean, I guess you two would never have a reason to do it, but if you've ever looked up prices of a baby crib,
No,
not the cheapest thing in the world, guys.
everything that involves a baby is expensive.
We went and looked a couple weeks ago. Some place, I don't even remember where we were. And Victoria's like, oh yeah, it's like baby furniture. I went and looked and they're like, yeah, we have a 20% off sale. I was like, cool, how much is this rocking chair? They're like, well, it's called a glider. Like, okay, how much is this glider? They're like $800. And I was like, this is on sale?
$800 as well.
And then I was like, yeah, it is on sale because the other one next to it was $1,200. So to me, that's a little ridiculous, but everything baby related, like it's just one thing after
Wait till
another.
you look up car seats.
So we got a car seat given to us.
Is it a Duna?
No.
Or what is it? Duna?
That's
Duna?
right. That's right.
Yeah.
You're talking about the one that's like car seat stroller all in
Yeah.
one. That's right. We don't have that. We were given a car seat. It's just that Greco or whatever
Yeah.
brand. The brand you see all the time. We're
'Cause I
supposedly
I
being
looked
gifted.
up the Duna one time for a baby shower.
Yep.
I was like, do some of y'all want to go in on this together?
Yeah, we can go in fourths. Still be a decent gift.
Yeah.
No, so we've looked at Duna's. We're apparently going to get something, but we already do have like a temporary car seat right now. Let's be honest, we're gonna be carrying that baby everywhere we go for the first couple months anyway. So the stroller, we'll get one though. We're gonna figure it out. We want to get the baby room figured out first. Victoria has a women only baby shower in April, so I'm not even invited to it.
That's usually how they are.
Yeah, I'm not even invited.
And then the men come at the end.
I'm not going at all, apparently.
Dang.
Yeah, I know. She didn't want me. I mean, I get it. I wouldn't want me there. She doesn't want me there. So,
Just giving baby takes
yeah,
the whole time.
she's,
Just takes on a baby.
so you'll love this. One of my good friends, his son turned 1 year old on Valentine's Day on Saturday. So we went to the party that morning, or it was like noon. We get there and We pull up and he goes, how's Razor doing? Victoria's like, guys, stop.
Like, can we stop calling him Razor?
She's like, everybody at the Christmas party and the guaranteed 100-year celebration, they've all gotten together and claimed that this baby's going to be. And I mean, I didn't even tell him at a time. I mean, it's
Baby's
the obvious
name is Razor.
It's the obvious name, guys. A little bit of breaking news. The baby's not going to be named Razor. I would like to apologize to everyone.
I think I said something like, I commented on y'all's picture or something. I was like, I can't wait to meet Razor. And Victoria was like, you're so funny.
Right. Oh, but it's so funny. Like, nobody has talked to each other about it, and everybody has said that.
Yeah, it's Razor.
Like my friend Ben, he doesn't know y'all. We walked in. How's Razor doing?
Razor's doing great.
My best friend's last name is Hunt, and he already has a kid. But he told me, he's like, hey, if you name your son Razor, if I ever have a daughter in the future, I'll name her Treasure. So it'd be Razor Sharp and then Treasure Hunt. And I was like, that's the most tempting I've heard. The problem is, though, you'd have to have another kid and all this. That's a risk I can't take. But it would be elite. I'm trying to work in Razor as a middle name, and maybe just kind of go by that.
Razor might work as a middle name.
We're trying to workshop that in a little bit. Victoria wants it to have my middle name. I hate my middle name. Malone is my middle name, family name. Don't know where it originates from, but I don't know. She wants to kind of keep it going. I think I'm the last one with Malone because my younger brother's not, but I don't know. It's not going to be Razor though, guys. I hate to break the news to everybody. All right, we're going to take a quick...
I like this one real quick.
What you got?
Is Alondra the godmother?
I don't know.
I'd be a great godmother.
So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to take bids.
No, I'm not bidding on that.
There you go. Highest bidder.
I'm not bidding on that.
Highest bidder gets to be the godmother.
I would love to be the godmother to Razor, but I'm not bidding.
Also, it's not as fun to be a godmother to someone that's not named Razor.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, do people still do godmothers? I mean, is that like still a thing?
Yeah.
Like, I know that I have one somewhere. I've never met them. Like, my mom's literally told me, oh, yeah, these people are your godparents. Never met them a day in my life. I don't even think they live around here anymore.
That's how my brother is. My brother doesn't really know his godfather.
I don't know. I mean, we'll probably just pick my sister and my brother-in-law because, I mean, they live right down the road from us. I mean, that's probably, I guess the logical answer to do, but I don't know. I mean, is that a thing that I didn't realize people still did that? I like it, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see who the godparent is. Alondra's not going to bid for it, so she's out of the running. Look, we got to make some. I'm trying to make money off the.
They're
kid.
saying that I'm going to raise Archie. They named your baby Archie in the chat, by the way, which is actually a kind of cute name.
Archie's not a bad name.
Archie Razor Sharp.
Archie's not a terrible name. Who came
So they
up
said
with
that
Archie?
Daniel. So then they said that I'm going to be raising Archie and Punch.
Okay.
I'm going to have Punch in one arm and Archie in the other.
My dad is listening. Just got a text. You don't have godparents. I think that's a Catholic thing.
It is a Catholic thing.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't have godparents. I didn't think I did. I didn't know if I did or not. I thought I thought maybe a long time ago my mom said I did.
Maybe she just called them your godparents.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. But nope, no godparents. And I guess we probably won't have any either. All right, we're a little long for a break. We're going to take a timeout. When we get back on the other side, we're going to be joined by the voice of the Lady Tigers, Patrick Wright. He was a busy man over the weekend calling LSU baseball, the big-time women's basketball game. We'll have Patrick break it all down next. You're on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
All right, go to pelicanroof.com, the website for Pelican Roofing in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge. They are boots on the ground in both locations, ready to help you. So if you need a roof repair, roof replacement, whatever it might be, they have got you covered, and they've got you covered with the best customer service, with the best work. That's why you go to the website, pelicanroof.com. You see 5-star reviews all over the homepage, and that's actual customers that have worked with Pelican Roofing. So don't delay. If you need anything when it comes to your roof, go to pelicanroof.com.
Right, Pelican Roof, pelicanroof.com. If you are starting a project, whether it's a new build, whether it's renovation, maybe it's just a roof repair. You got a leak, you got an old roof, whatever it is. It's just that time. Make sure you give them a call. And we know it's a big decision that you're going to have to make for your family and yourself. And financially, it can make a big impact. So go let them help you with the financing. Financing options right there at their homepage. Get the entire process started at pelicanroof.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Welcome back in. Tuesday edition of Off the Bench. Taylor Sharp here with you. Right now, we're going to go out to the phone lines. The voice of your Lady Tigers, Patrick Wright, joins us right now. Patrick, how are you this morning?
Hey, good morning, Taylor.
Good morning, sir. You were a busy man over the weekend. I mean, all 3 LSU baseball games. You had the electric atmosphere in the PMAC that was the women's basketball game. You tired yet?
No, this is kind of you living the dream. 4 baseball games and a basketball game in 4 days. No, that's what we dream of.
Let's start with the women's basketball game. We'll get into baseball a little bit later. What was the atmosphere like on Saturday night? I mean, I was watching on TV. I mean, how does that compare? I mean, you've done this for a number of years. How does that compare among like some of the big time women's games you've done?
Well, that and probably the game 2 years ago with South Carolina, kind of the same deal. That game was on a Thursday night, so it was during a week. But game day was here that day as well, and there was a big lead up to it. So those two are probably the two best. And with it being kind of on a weekend, it was in prime time. The fans were able to kind of have all day on a weekend to get ready for it. I thought it was even a little more than the one a couple of years ago. But those are the two best. Just because at South Carolina, it's a team we haven't beaten forever, a top 5 matchup. Our fans have had this one circled for a long time, and that made it even a little tougher to swallow when it just didn't quite go our way again against South Carolina.
Speaking of that, I saw the graphic on the broadcast, and they were like, 17 in a row for South Carolina over LSU. Patrick, I thought it was a typo. I mean, what is it about this South Carolina program? LSU just cannot get over the hump.
Well, they're that good. They're counting this year. Their last 5 years, they are 74-3 in the SEC. So it's not just an LSU thing; it's almost everybody else also. Now, when the last time we beat them was back in 2012, and that was just when they started. They hadn't started making Final Four runs yet, but they had started to get pretty good. And then our program had, we were kind of average, had a couple of rough years. Most of those 17 in a row were not very close games. A couple were close-ish, but not very close. Since Coach Mulkey's got here, it's been 6 games. 4 of them have been close. The one in the SEC tournament championship a couple years ago, and all 3 games in the PMAC that Coach Mulkey's coached against them have been close. They just make the right plays at the right time. And then, sometimes it takes a little bit of good fortune. I mean, I wouldn't bet on, Flau'jae Johnson missing a couple of free throws late. In fact, we shot, I think, 60% from the free throw, and this has been a team that was 80% in SEC play coming in. So it was, if you had to pick a way that LSU was going to lose that game, free throw shooting would have been kind of toward the bottom of the list. But, man, stuff just happens that you can't explain sometimes.
I'm glad you went there with the free throws because, when I was looking at this game going into it, I was like, I'm worried about South Carolina's, size down low. LSU out-rebounds them, and then, like the free throws. Is that something that's a concern for you, or you just think, hey, it was a one-off, it was a bad night?
No, it's a one-off. I mean, again, there's no good explanation for it. It just happens, and I think I've seen enough of these games through however many years. It seems like it's contagious in a game. Either you're going to shoot super well, or if you start missing a couple, then it kind of goes that way also. But looking at the stat sheet, I mean, everything that worried you or concerned you going in was fine. LSU points off turnovers were pretty even. You mentioned we out-rebounded them pretty heavily. We did. Second chance points were close. Field goal percent was about even on both sides. If you take away the free throws and you look at the stat sheet, LSU is the clear winner in the game because they controlled a lot of the stats that thought they needed to control going in. Again, just one of those things you can't predict, and that's what makes it all the more frustrating. Is it's more what you did to yourself than what they did to you.
Patrick, switching from women's basketball to baseball, you had to do all the games on the diamond this week as well. What were your thoughts on this pitching staff? There was a lot of excitement. Evans, Cooper Moore, William Schmidt. What did you see from those guys?
Well, it's a deep group. Last night, some of the relievers just didn't throw enough strikes. Hit a couple batters and gave up some walks. But overall, there is so much raw talent in this group. Now, the one that clearly stood out was Cooper Moore on Saturday. The transfer from Kansas. The guy is a strike throwing machine. He threw 80% of his pitches for strikes, and he's got 6 different pitches. And I don't remember all the exact numbers, but Doug had some numbers that we read off on Sunday, the day after he pitched. He threw like 38% changeups, but he's got fastball, curveball. He's got, I think, a little splitter that he throws. He threw 6 different pitches, all of them for strikes, and now he doesn't necessarily throw the ball through the backstop. He'll go low 90s, but good proof that you don't have to have that. Now LSU's got plenty of pitchers who can do that. Schmidt again, kind of not throwing maybe enough strikes, but every pitcher in the grand total of it had a ton of strikeouts. It was 49 over the weekend, and it was about 12 or 13 last night. So about 60 strikeouts in 4 games. I mean, the stuff is there for just about everybody. It's just a matter of a few guys just throwing some more strikes and being a little more consistent.
As far as the bullpen goes, Patrick Wright joining us right now. Do you think this could be one of the deepest bullpens in college baseball?
Yeah, if you get some of the guys who are throwing strikes, but let me tell you what you got. Gavin Guidry, any guy coming off of a year and a half without pitching, you're not sure. It looks like he is back not only in his form, but I think he's better. He was commanding everything in both appearances. But then you got guys like Devin Sheeran, who just came in and struck out everybody he's faced this week, and he faced 4 or 5 batters, struck them all out. Then you got hard throwers, guys like Gavin Fontenot. There's a lot of versatility. I don't know. Now, maybe Guidry will develop into it. I don't know if Coach Johnson is going to necessarily name a closer, but I think you got 3 or 4 guys who are capable of being somebody who could come in and give you 1 or 2 innings of wipeout pitching to close out a 1 or 2 run ball game. It's again 4 games. You got to get some performance, but on paper and then from what I saw with my eyes, there's a lot of talent out of that group. Absolutely.
Patrick, before we get you out of here, going back to LSU women's basketball here real quick, it doesn't get any easier. I mean, you got to go on the road to Ole Miss on Thursday. How does this team, how does Coach Mulkey get this team to refocus, bounce back? I mean, there was a lot of hype. The game was on ABC, and then they suffer a heartbreaking loss. How tough do you think that is to kind of, hey, let's rebound, let's put this one behind us because we got another top 25 team coming up?
Well, I'll tell you what happened 2 years ago when they beat us here. We then had to go on the road a few days later at Mississippi State and got beat that night. And it was a classic situation of it's like we lost the South Carolina game twice. Like that game got us beat again. And I think for the group that was here a couple of years ago, she will use that point and say, look, guys, we got to put this behind us. We've got to, not let that happen again, what happened 2 years ago. Ole Miss is a team, they beat us last year in the PMAC on senior day. It was a pretty close game, but they're a grinded out team. And if you don't go in there ready to play, they can absolutely can take it to you. They had a game postponed with Tennessee a couple weeks ago due to the ice storm. So Ole Miss is playing. They played Sunday at Kentucky and lost. They've got Tennessee at home tonight, and then they've got us on Thursday. So it is a rough week for them. It's something I hope we can kind of take advantage of. They'll be playing their 3rd game in 5 days when we see them up there. But as Coach has said all year, this is a group that they don't lose confidence. They come to work every day ready to get better for the next game. So I think kind of getting that focus back. And there's 4 big games coming up. We got a lot to play for. Need to try to finish top 4 in the SEC, try to hold on to a 2 or 3 seed for the NCAA. So there's plenty to go plenty to go out there and get. And I think she'll have them ready.
Patrick Wright, voice of the LSU Lady Tigers, good enough to join us today. Patrick, thank you so much for your time.
All right, Taylor, appreciate it.
All right, that was Patrick Wright. Before we take a quick break, though, let's throw it to Jake and Matt, get a little update.
All right, go to K2ZBlinds.com. KTOZBlinds.com is the website, and that is a website for K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living since 2004. Blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, screens, exterior motorized screens, pergolas, aluminum shutters. What am I forgetting? Awnings, patio covers.
Yeah.
They've done it all over at K2Z. You don't listen to me. It's the first one I said.
Draperies?
Said that as well. Baton Rouge, Lafayette, on the North Shore, they have got you covered. Check out their service area on their website. If you're listening to us in Alexandria, chances are they're going to be able to help you out up there as well. Go to the website, KTOZBlinds.com.
K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. If you're looking for, some tailored window treatment, they got a solution for every single room, every single style you can imagine. They got a trusted local team with 25 plus years of experience. They got complimentary installation and award-winning craftsmanship. Go check them out, K2ZBlinds.com.
All right, we'll take a quick time out when we get back. We'll close out hour number 2. We got one more hour left. Hour number 3, we'll have Nick Underhill of New Orleans Football, and talk a little bit more Saints as well and close it out with Ask the Bench. But coming back, we'll wrap up hour number 2 next. You're on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. Remember, not only in Central and the entire greater Baton Rouge area, they can help you out 24/7, 365 weekend, game day, holiday, emergency service at 225-925-8552. Now, it doesn't have to be an emergency. If you're looking to upgrade at your home, at your business, they can come in and they can do that as well with a remodel. It can be just a new vanity. It can be a completely new space, new shower, new tub, new tile, new everything. They can get it all done. They can go tankless today as well with a tankless water heater. Never run out of hot water. Again, centralplumbing.org.
I want you to close your eyes for a minute and just picture this. It's Thanksgiving afternoon or maybe Thanksgiving evening. You got a whole family over. You're hosting. Everyone's having a great time. Clank, clank. The toilet doesn't work. Oh, my God. What are you going to do? Well, guess what? 24/7, 365 emergency service, even on Thanksgiving. Call 225-925-8552. Go check them out. The experts. Centralplumbing.org.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
I think about the Breakfast Club every time I hear this song. What a banger. Good soundtrack of that movie as well. Love that movie.
I feel like any 80s movie has a good soundtrack.
That's a good point. What's the guy, John Hughes? He does a lot of any John Hughes movie. Okay, so we're here. Tuesday, Mardi Gras. I'm not giving anything up for Lent because I'm a weak-minded individual.
Yeah.
Alondra said she was going to give up caffeine. I got an update for you.
Maybe.
Here's some sodas with no caffeine.
Oh, okay.
Sprite, 7-Up, the Starry that used to be Sierra
All the
Mist.
bad ones?
Any root beer that is not Barks brand. So A&W, Muggs root beer, IBC,
Okay.
none of the, only Barks root beer has caffeine.
Huh.
All the other root beers are good. Canada Dry ginger, any ginger
All
ale.
the bad ones.
So basically any lemon lime ginger ale, but you have root beer. Also, how about Fanta Orange and Orange Crush? Didn't know that.
Okay, I'm not 12 years old anymore.
I mean, we're just throwing out options here for you. And then obviously
Don't
any
remember
of
the last time I had a Fanta anything.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I don't, or like Crush.
Orange Crush.
Yeah.
Well, those are your options. So it looks like you're going back to your childhood with Orange Crush,
Right.
or you're going Sprite and root beer. That's kind of what you're. Root
I mean,
beer's not bad.
I like root beer, but obviously Barks is the best one.
And of course, it's the one with
Right.
with caffeine in it. But A&W's not bad.
I truly feel like if I were, I feel like if I were to give up caffeine and go through with this, I would get sick. Like
You'd have withdrawals.
I would get sick. My eyes would start to get sunken in. I'd have dark circles under them. I would probably, I don't know. I feel like I would get, truly start going through withdrawals if I gave up caffeine.
Well, I mean, you need to learn to like Sprite, is what it seems like. That's kind of your that's kind of your option right now.
Just go with water.
I mean, yeah, water's. You know, it's funny. I feel like if I drink nothing but water, water tastes really good to me.
Yeah.
But if I drink like a bunch of Dr. Peppers and I go back to water, I'm like, water's crap.
I love water.
Yeah.
I like water too, as long as, like, I feel
It's
like
not
just
Dasani.
water's better for me than just water back to Dr. Pepper, because Dr. Pepper's so good that when you go back to water, it's not great. All right, here you go. You like hot apple cider?
No.
It's true. Apple cider's got a lot of cinnamon in it. She's not big on cinnamon. Here you go. Perfect. Chamomile tea.
I can do some chamomile,
There you
but
go.
that puts you to sleep.
Yeah. Well, it says any herbal tea, so I guess it doesn't have to be chamomile. Any
I mean,
caffeine
I guess
free.
I could do like decaf coffee, but there's 0 point in a decaf coffee.
Since there's a lot of hot chocolate with no caffeine in it. Okay.
Alondra, you ever had a loaded tea?
No, don't those have caffeine in them too, or no?
Insane amount.
Yeah, that's.
It's like you're drinking
No, but
straight
people tell me
cough
about
syrup.
them.
Oh, here you go. Lemonade and smoothies.
Lemonade is good.
Lemonade is good.
There you
so are
go.
smoothies, but like I do this. I drink drinks like for the caffeine.
Well, then I don't know.
I don't drink much like sodas or anything like that. At least not anymore.
All right, that's going to do it for hour 2 of the show. We got hour 3 coming up. Nick Underhill of New Orleans Football, and we'll close it out with Ask the Bench. It's coming up here on OTB.
Off the bench.